All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. An executive session was held in advance of this meeting to discuss personnel, contract, and legal matters. If everybody could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, have a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Any discussion? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. At this time, do we have any public comments on agenda items only? It appears we do not have any online. Do we have anybody in the audience that would like to speak at this time? We do not. Next up, we have a motion to approve minutes from the March 14th board meeting, the March 21st budget workshop, March 28th budget workshop, April 4th policy committee, April 4th caucus meeting, and April 4th caucus meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. And oh, look, perfect timing. We will give Taryn a second here to get settled, and then we'll pass it over to our student reps.
All right, so first I would like to thank everyone who participated in Minithon. We had an amazing turnout. I wanted to thank you if you were a donor and donated money to a student, or if you were a student and actually participated in Minithon. We had a great turnout, and we raised a total of $11,858. So a majority of that is from students fundraising, but we also had $1,000 donated from, I think it's Highmark. I think it was, and then we had 200 from anonymous people who donated. So we really just want to thank them because it goes to a good cause. It goes to children and helping them with expenses from cancer treatments.
Alrighty, the junior class field trip is going to be April 26th to Baltimore, Maryland. Really, really fun. Permission slips are due tomorrow to Mrs. Kisner, I think.
All right, so prom. This year, prom is May 13th from 5 to 10. So students, if you are bringing a guest, you need to make sure you start filling out those guest forms. They are due the April 24th to Mr. Page.
The NHS Egg Hunt at the elementary school was a huge success. The kids had so much fun. We, as members, got compliments from the teachers on how well it was ran and how much the kids were engaged, and it was so nice to see all the little kids run around and having the time of their lives and hugging the Easter Bunny. It was great.
So band in Westside this year, they're going to DC and Baltimore, so that trip is coming up. It starts on April 20th, and they're going to both DC and Baltimore, so I know a lot of my friends are excited for that.
And then last, we have our Pico Jazz Band will be held April 28th. So, yay, Jazz Band.
Thank you very much. All right, moving right along to finance, we have some treasurer's reports there, and a motion to approve the following payment of orders. Insurance checks and wire transfers for $293,359.36. General fund prepaid list 1 for $57,008.66. General fund prepaid list 2 for $53,674.90, and the general fund check summary for $506,801.01.
So moved.
Second.
Abstain from check number 9509.
Second.
Thank you. All right, any discussion? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve the CAIU operating budget for the 2023-2024, which reflects an estimated contribution from our district in the amount of $15,076 $1,022.68, which is 0% estimated increase from last year.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? At this time, Dee will take a roll call vote.
Mrs. Singley,
Yes.
Dr. Rubish,
Yes.
Mr. Carmel,
Yes.
Mrs. Walburn,
Yes.
Mrs. Wilt,
Yes.
Dr. Jones,
Yes.
and Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Next up, we have, going to try to move number 9, personnel. Motion to approve personnel matters 9A through F.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Anyone opposed? All right, hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve the listed teachers there for the STEAM Adventure Camp.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Following right along, next up is a motion to approve that following list of teachers for the Early Birds Kindergarten Camp.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Anyone opposed to this? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement with the Susquenita Educational Association to amend Article 21, Section A1 of the collective bargaining agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion on this one?
It's just to pay for the pays from 27 to 24.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve Clasic? Clasic and Associates PC as the new district audit firm for the 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 school years.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm not sure if this can be talked about or if it has to be done in executive session. But normally when we get this, we usually have an amount that's associated with it. Why is that not for the contract or?
I believe we do have that amount. It just maybe was overlooked in placing on the agenda. I think he's going to go see.
If you would have been on time in the executive session, you would have said. I don't think he shared it.
So the base amounts for 22-23 is 25,000. 23-24 would be 25,750, and 24-25, 26,500.
How is that compared to what we have with Trout? Was it similar?
It is similar.
Okay.
And that was the lowest proposal we received.
Any further discussion on this item? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve Chester Holmes as the new trustee for the South Central Trust.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next up is a motion to approve the first reading of policy 221, dress and grooming.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'll just make a note for the public. Excuse me. If you look at this policy, the new dress and grooming policy is what's the word I want to use? It's pretty abbreviated compared to the current dress and grooming policy. And we're just, as a board, we're putting together certain things like standards that have to do with safety and modesty, those types of things. But the actual specifics of dress and grooming will be appearing in the student handbooks. And the policy will reference the student handbooks for specifics on dress and grooming. So as that needs to change, we don't have to continue to revise the board policy.
Thank you. Anyone opposed? All right, hearing none, motion carries.
Before,
oh,
just
sorry.
one thing, real quick question. I'm not sure if this is the right place to bring this back up. Underneath the audit firm, Dr. Fox, you gave us amounts for 3 years, but that we voted on only shows for 2 years. Was that were we supposed to be approving out to 2026?
No, the audit is actually for 22 to 25, so it is for 3 years. So it should be the 22-23 audit, the 23-24 audit, and the 24-25 audit.
Okay, so I don't know if we need to make a correction then to this agenda, because that only is showing us voting it for 2 years.
So let's go ahead and let's do a motion to amend,
Okay.
please.
I'll make a motion to amend 13 to reflect 22, 23, and 24 audits.
I second it.
So it'll be,
Can you repeat that?
A motion to amend 13 to reflect audits for 20, is it 22, 23?
Yep.
23, 24, and 24, 25.
Yes. I did not hear all three the first time, that's why I was asking you to repeat it. Yes.
thank you.
Get that? Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Carmo just made a motion.
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on that? Anyone opposed to that amendment? All right. Hearing none, motion carries. And now we will go to Dr. Rubish for a CPA, CTC, and Blackhawk Foundation update.
Okay, on Cumberland Perry CTC, there's really only one issue. And the issue is next Monday, the 17th, West Perry votes whether to approve the expansion or not. And what I'm going to say, I don't know whether it's appropriate or not, but I don't really care if it's appropriate, because when 25% of our students, less than 25% got into Cumberland Perry this year, something needs to be done. So people here in the room and people at home, we all know people from West Perry, their neighboring school districts, be they friends, family, relatives. Give them a call and encourage them to come out to the board meeting and vote to get this approved, please. On to the Blackhawk Foundation. Boy, we got a lot of stuff going on. Next week, Tracy Hunter will have her Artist in Residence program in at the high school. Remember last year we had it at the middle school and they did the fish project. Tracy's got hers going on next week. So we're anxious to see how that comes out. We're organizing for the golf outing, which will be June 30th, back at Carlisle again. There'll be flyers going out on that, and we'll be having a 50-50 with a gala. The gala will take place the last Saturday of August, and no, there's no Penn State football game that Saturday. That's one reason why we picked that day. So it'll be last Saturday in August with the gala. The 50-50 will be $100 tickets. We're selling 200 of them. Okay, you'll get the first prize winner will get. No, I don't know. Don't ask me to do the math. They'll get a lot of money, put it that way. So, and then you'll be hearing more about that as time goes on. Thank you.
What is it? Explain gala to me.
I don't know. All the women want to have this. I have no idea what it is.
Is it a dance?
I think there's going to be music, yeah. Music and food, and we'll have the drawing at the end, so.
It's like a fancy ball, I believe. Yeah, with dresses and suits and the whole nine, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, we won't be having a gala because I'm not going to get dressed up.
Where is it at?
At the Doyle.
All right, I was apparently wrong. All right. And you're not trying to sell anything tonight. I'm very disappointed.
Well, I can if you want me to.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh, gosh. All right, just a couple of things there. Meeting schedule, policy committee meeting, May 2nd, there in the here in the LGI. Caucus meeting, May 2nd, LGI, and regular school board meeting, May 9th, also here in the LGI. Come on out, riveting good time. Informational, again, some dispositions of stuff. Some hand soap dispensers. Mike, you need any of those from the bathrooms at home? No? All right, just thought I'd check. All right, administrative reports. Over to you, Dr. Fox.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations once again to our students for their outstanding performance at the PA Junior Academy of Science. Thank you for showcasing your incredible projects and research and during our caucus meeting. It was incredible to see all of their work. Congratulations once again to the cast and crew and directors for an outstanding performance of Cinderella. It was an incredible performance as well as a great community event. So thank you for all of your hard work. We know it took many, many, many months to put together, and it was an unbelievable show. Congratulations to our regional competitors at the National History Day competition that was held, and to Mrs. Emily Book for leading and working with our students. I believe we have a student that's moving on to the state level competition. Great job is extended to the high school students who competed, as well as our middle school students, and displayed their art at the Perry County Youth Art Day. Thanks to Mrs. Tracy Hunter and Mrs. Fisher for their leadership and tutelage of those students. If you have a future Blackhawk who turns 5 by September 1st, 2023, please register them for our full-day kindergarten program, and more information is available on our website. Thank you to all of the students at the high school who raised and danced and had a great time raising funds for the Four Diamonds. Thank you very much for that school-wide philanthropy. Seniors and underclassmen, please, there's about 35 plus days left. It's important to finish strong. It's very important. And finally, please join our elementary school for STEM night on April 13th. If you have an elementary student, please come out and have some fun with science, technology, engineering, and math activities. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Holmes for his first business and operations board report. Mr. Holmes.
Good evening. It's been a great 2 weeks and finally getting myself acclimated. The business office team is working very hard. We've met several times and they're being extremely supportive of the transition. So I thank them, and I'm very pleased and proud to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes, and we're happy to have you as well. And we're going to toss the mic over to Mrs. Walsman, Elementary School.
Good evening. Some great things that happened last week. We had the kindergarten registration. It went really well, and we had extremely positive feedback from parent surveys. A lot of positive comments back how that it was very informative, and the new students coming in, the young children, were greeted and welcomed. A lot of them are excited to come back next year. I know Dr. Fox mentioned this, but STEAM Night is coming up this Thursday, and I know with working with Mrs. Bear right now, there's some really cool things. She's working on turning our auditorium into can't give all the details, but she's taken something off of the NASA programming for children, and we're going to transform the auditorium for the kids for a night in space. So really excited for that. Fourth and third grades are excited and gearing up for PSSAs right now, so that will be happening in 2 weeks. But there's some fun events that the teachers are doing to help prep the kids, and it's exciting to see them get ready. Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Bittner, and I initiated a teacher high five program in our building. Our students through our PBS program get high five tickets. So we thought, hey, why can't we incentivize our teachers with positive feedback? And they've been really enjoying that. So anytime an administrator or even teachers see each other doing amazing work in the classroom, they can give each other high five tickets that give them that immediate feedback that we also try to do with our students. So it's a great opportunity. Mr. Hamilton and I did want to really give a shout out to David Bittner. Mr. Bittner has been our interim principal, who's been a huge support for us during this transition. And he came in and he's not just filling a role, he's really getting to know our students and being a part of our team. We'll actually miss him when he goes. He's been just such a vital part of our team now, and the teachers and the students are getting to know him. So we wanted to say a thank you for his time and help with us. Our Girls on the Run team has their practice 5K next Friday, right after school. They are looking for some volunteers to help kind of set up around the perimeter so that as the girls are running, they don't lose their way around the track. I'm actually going to be running with a partner. One of the girls in 4th grade asked me to run, so you can come and see me struggle run for 3 miles. So, and then our spring fair is going to be in April 28th from 6 to 8, and that'll be a fun. I've already signed up for the dunk tank, so if you'd like to come out and send me into a tank of cold water, go ahead. All right.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Walsman, and thank you for all of your help thus far and all of your leadership. And we look forward to the cold water, and I'm pretty confident you're not going to be struggling, though, but thank you for taking some of that lead as the Girls on the Run. What a great program. All right, Mr. Black, you're up. Middle school.
Yeah, just a few things going on to middle school as we wind down the year. So next week, our 6th graders will be going to Biztown on Wednesday and Thursday, so we do it in 2 groups. If you guys don't know what Biztown is, it's down in York, and the students go there and they get a specific job, whether it's working in the news station, the bank, the government down there, the cafeteria. So they get a job. They've been working on it for like the last 3 months with their teachers, the 6th grade teachers. It's a pretty unique experience for them going down there. It's fun. Mr. Ward will go down on Wednesday with the kids and the teachers, and I'll be going down on Thursday. So it's a fun time down there. Friday, the 21st, we're going to have a 7th and 8th grade dance from 6 to 8 in the gym. The following Wednesday after that, the 26th, 5th and 6th grade bingo in the cafeteria from 3 to 5. And then as we start to wind down the year, obviously we have the whole school does the PSSA, so that's a good time for everybody there. ELA and math will be 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then 8th graders have the science as well. And towards the end of May, when the high school does it as well, we'll have the Keystone exams for our Algebra 1 students. We got about, last year we had 25, this year we have like 57 taking Algebra 1, so we keep going up. So they're doing a good job down there with the 7th and 8th grade math program. That's all I have for the middle school.
All right, tossing it over to Mr. Page, high school.
Thank you. We have some important dates coming up. The first one being our Distinguished Honors Breakfast, which will be held the morning of April 25th. Students who qualified received an invitation personally, and then a letter in the mail went out as well, so you should be receiving those if you have not already. And we had 93 students who earned Distinguished Honors this year. I talked to a lot of people, and nobody could really remember a year that they had more than 93. So that was very impressive. We might have to find an alternate location because I don't know if we can fit everyone in the cafeteria. So hold on for that. And then the following morning, we'll be honoring those who qualified for honors the next morning there on April 26th. Also coming up, so I'm preparing for summer. Online summer courses through Lackawanna College will be available for students here at the high school. If you are graduating, unfortunately, you do not then qualify for the reduced cost, but if you're still in high school, you do qualify for the reduced cost through Lackawanna College. Please see Mr. Funk's weekly squawk for links and contact information for registration. Senior parents, please make sure that you are checking the senior class website for important information regarding the end of the school year and graduation. And then finally, just another shout out to Minithon. I thought it was a great success. Every time I popped down to the gym, they were doing something else exciting. I don't know how they kept that much energy all day long. I know I talked to a lot of kids afterwards and they were exhausted, which I did not know that 17 and 18-year-old kids could get exhausted, but they did. But it was awesome. I really enjoyed my farm show milkshake. And anybody looking for an update from the last board meeting, I did get pied in the face multiple times. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Page. We were just confirming that we had video evidence of that pieing, so I could have a chance to see that in a little bit more detail. All right, we're going to pass over the microphone to
Taryn, did you have something additional to add on that?
No, I just want to say I definitely have yearbook pictures.
Ooh. That's going to be wonderful. Thank you. We're going to toss that over to Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Matash.
Thank you. I would like to congratulate Mrs. Book, Ms. Levan, and Mr. Shepler on being named a Keystone Technology Innovator. This is a group of teachers in Pennsylvania that use technology in creative ways to engage learners and improve student performance. With this, they could apply to a week-long Keystone Technology Innovator Star Summit. Mr. Shepler did apply for it and was accepted, so he will be going to Shippensburg University this summer to do more learning on using technology in the classroom. So congratulations to those three. And my shameless monthly plug on our podcasts, please listen, News from the Nest and Little Hawk News. They come out monthly. Thank you.
Thank you, and we're going to toss the microphone over. Special Education Student Services. We did not forget you.
Hi, good evening. So first thing is we are started to plan out for our extended school year for our students. Students have been identified. Paperwork has been sent out to parents. I just want to send out a huge thank you to the teachers and the paraprofessionals who've agreed to support our students during this time. It will run from June 27th to July 27th, Monday through Thursday, except of course for 4th of July week. We'll give them off 2 days for that. I have been in contact also with HAC. Ski, who is the president of HAC, and I spoke to create a partnership with our life skills students to create learning and work opportunities down at the HAC campus. Not only does it benefit our kids, but there's a lot of different things that they can do down there. And, you know, we can one bus down, you know, one van down. So it actually helps us in a multitude of ways. Also, just to shout out that every year since COVID restrictions, we have hosted a Susquenita Integrated PE Field Day. It is going to be, the tentative date this year is May 5th. So it gives them the opportunity to show off what they know. The TAs for the integrated physical education class, they help run it. We also have Mr. Henry's class come up in the past, last year, help out as well, participate. They really enjoy it. There are t-shirts for sale. Again, another shameless plug. There are t-shirts for sale. We do believe they will be about $6.50. And the students themselves design the t-shirts. So once they do have those designed, I'll make sure that we get them out to you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. All right. At this time, is there any member of the board that would like to provide any report or comments? Does not look as such. And do we have any public comments online at this time? We do not. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak? Yes, sir. Please step up to the microphone. Let us know your name and where you live.
Harry Wayne Biesecker. I live in Wheatfield Township. First, I'd like to thank Dr. Fox for getting back to me quickly after the last meeting on grooming of the field. However, I was very disappointed that the field had only been groomed up to that time once. He gave me the information on who installed our field, and I went on to their website and went underneath their maintenance guidelines. And if you go to page 10 of their guidelines, it says the raking should be done every 4 to 6 weeks. I feel that we have made a major investment in that field, and I really, really want to see it last as long as possible. I hope that the maintenance and athletic department takes this to heart, that they step up and do the job that is required to do to get the maximum life out of that turf. Also, I'm kind of curious as to why the athletic department and buildings and grounds is not here this evening, because I would kind of like to talk to them after the meeting, but since they're not here, I can't do that. But that's all I have. Thank you again, Dr. Fox, for your quick response.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. All right. At this time, if there's nothing else, I'll make a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All right. This meeting is adjourned.